I love talking to customers about him. They have an incredible confidence, and they love listening to him. They're amazed at his knowledge. And they're also really enthused with how straightforward he is. He doesn't favor any particular brand. He tells them the way it is. And he might have been a Ford dealer, but he'll tell them if Ford stubbed their toe on something. He's straightforward, and you can see it. And if he doesn't know everything, he tells them. You know, and there's no games, there's no gimmicks. He believes it. And his enthusiasm, it shows in his candidness and his honesty and his knowledge. I mean, it just comes through. You can just tell. And it's the best advice. It's like the greatest advice. It's like paying for advice without paying for it. And the thing I really like about it is that Jerry has his own brand. It's a very strong brand. We're all about branding. We've got to separate ourselves from the other dealers. Because really, how do you do that? Well, you do it in the way you do business. And with Jerry, he has a strong brand. We have a strong brand. You put two strong brands together, it's a win-win situation. Our business is comprised of a huge amount of repeat, loyal advocates. That's how we've been successful in Northeast Ohio through thick and thin for the last 35, 40 years. And again, you do that by separating yourselves from the competition, building relationships. And what we find is that with CarPro, Jerry has that same loyalty. His listeners, they are loyal, they trust him, and it's exactly what we want. It matches up with our brand, and it's the perfect fit, and it makes our brand stronger by associating with a strong brand. The typical CarPro customer comes a longer distance than our average customer. It's amazing to me that they will drive to find service. And we hear the stories from these folks when we close them, or even if we don't, even just have a relationship with them. Make sure that we go in and we talk to them. I try every possible chance I can. If I'm in the store, I make sure that I introduce myself. I tell them about my relationship with Jerry. I've known Jerry since the 90s when he was president of the dealer council, and that you know, what you hear and what you like about him, you're going to find here in our store. We find that once that they are here, the closing ratio is incredible. These people are buyers. If it becomes one of those things where you're having a bad month and you're looking at things that you want to cut out, wrong decision. This relationship builds equity over time, but you'll see the equity really grow. And the biggest mistake you could make would be to bail out if you've established it. The other thing, again, commit. If you're going to sign up with CarPro, commit. Make sure that your staff is committed. Make sure they understand it. Make sure they've been on the website. Make sure they've listened to Jerry. Make sure they know the deal. And you will see this will be one of the best investments you've made.
Can I drag you around the country with us to speak to people?
It's easy to do when you're telling the truth.